Hello and welcome. I am Quantum Striker, and we are now finally with our dual blade electric armor brute, Arnis. I actually have a title for him, the Valiant Arnis. But now, yep, we are now in, I guess what I'll call season 2 of the Arnis story. We now have our dual blades, and this is, like I said in previous videos, the first version that I made that I really enjoyed to play and I wanted to continue with. But wanted to also show some of the early levels to watch back on. And now I'll continue the 22 to 50 storylines with the original. And I'll go back to the staff fighting. But pretty much everything is the same. The total background story and character description is all the same with, Arnis or Ty as his name or his alter ego. Being part of special tactics in the military with his wife. They retired, went to the Philippines to raise their children, and then the Arachnos attacked. And he was giving the power of electricity and lightning now in his blades. So with the story arc or with the lore and the role-playing, Arnis has figured out or come to determine that the enemies are getting more difficult, and it requires a new style of the martial arts Arnis, which he's named after, to combat these villains at the higher levels. And so he's moved from his staff to now dual blades. So I actually tried to record an earlier video, but I had a issue with my recording. But what I talked about in that video was I did a respec of most of the powers, just because I know a little bit more now from when I first kind of went up through some of these levels. So slotting it appropriately, getting some different powers, and combat jump. It's just stuff like that. You'll notice a couple different powers that I have here, different than the other Arnis with the staff fighting. One is the, Bagul? But this is like a placate. This is one of the day job powers that you get. I've spent a lot of time in the Pocket D when I wasn't playing this character. I think I just logged off in there. So this would be actually pretty good to use if I need to, like it's a placate power. So it causes enemies to stop targeting you. So if I'm getting into it too difficult with the boss, I can go ahead and turn this on. Additionally, I don't remember where I got this from, Call to Justice, but it gives like a 2-hit and I think extra damage to team members for a short amount of time. So I'll just leave it up there. Still got the holiday powers that I'll use eventually. I think I can give this to someone, Holiday Cheer. And then you'll notice this right here. So this was a shortcut given to members from the supergroup I was a part of. Like I said, I think they removed some folks that weren't logged on for a while. But what they did is they handed out a shortcut to get to their, or a hotkey, I guess, to get to their supergroup base. So once I'm next to a portal, I can just click this, and I'll go into that supergroup base, which I'll show you guys eventually, because it is like I said, one of the best super bases I've ever seen. So that'll help out a lot with some of the traveling to different places as we get to these higher levels. And then, let me zoom out just a little bit here. And then I'll just do my fast travel there, which has a couple things too from some of the day jobs, which I think this like allows you to produce a base portal anywhere. And then I forget what this one is, but I don't know how often I'll use that. Of course, we got the long range. If you get your exploration badges, you can teleport to those locations, and then Ouroboros, which we'll head to do some missions there as well. Cool. And then we have the same, so far, same powers for our secondary electric armor with our charged armor, which gives us resistance to smashing and lethal damage. Our lightning field, which gives us that resistance to some damage as well as damage to enemy. And then our static shield, which is our, I believe, if I remember correctly, this is our resisting to hold sleeps, stuff like that. And then up here we'll have our grounded, to keep us from getting knocked back and gives us some energy, or resistance against energy and dark energy. So the only thing that we're really missing is resistance against cold, fire, damage here. We'll see how this plays out with the slotting. I'm at the store here, so I went all up to single origins. I also have a set I forgot from one of the events earlier last year I think it was the Manticore wedding, if anyone remembers that. So I upgraded most to single origin enhancements. I just need to get rid of this at some point. I mean, I can do that right now. We have plenty of influence. There it is. But I'll just leave it here for now. I'm not too caught up on trying to replace this real quick. 11% versus 23%. So we'll see. Cool. So we'll go ahead and get started now. So if you remember, we left off season 1. Our last one was starting with the contact, Graham Easton. So we're doing his story arc. It's called The Last Rites. So we left off his story arc on part 1. So we're on part 2 now. What happened with part 1, as a quick recap, the Sioux took his... We'll see how we do on endurance too. That's something I'm going to be keeping an eye on. And recharge is one thing that I didn't get to enhance that well. So we'll see how we do with these. The Sioux, though, they took an urn. So he's an artist, I think, or art museum curator. The Sioux, before his opening, stole one of the urns that he had, and he asked us if we can get it back. So we went to a warehouse, defeated a bunch of Sioux, and took back the urn. So now he's super grateful about that, and I think going to ask us to do one more thing for him as we continue to fight the Sioux here. I didn't realize how close I was to 23. So what I think I'll do, I know it's everyone's favorite. I'm going to, I think, pause my my experience for this one. Just to, because we have a lot of story arcs still between the 20 and 40 range that we haven't even got to. We're already at 22, so just want to make sure we're doing things appropriate as and I'll continue with the story arcs like I said I would. All right, so we'll continue here. Let's trade this up, Arnis. I'm a very busy man. Okay, all right, calm down. All right, so we're at part 2, like I said. Okay. Guest of Dishonor. Graham beams at you, making grandiose gestures at you as he talks. I simply won't take no for an answer, Arnis. This will be a grand opening, so he invited me to the grand opening of his museum as well. Grand opening of what is soon to be the most prestigious art museum in the city, and it is all thanks to you. You must attend. All of the most important, influential members of the local art community will be there, and I want to show you off to all of them. Oh, this will be wonderful. I'll say, all right, if you insist, I'll go. All right, Last Rites, part 2. Oh, but I do, Arnis. You'll be the guest of honor as thanks for your efforts. Graham loosens a bit of his steam as he looks down at his feet guiltily. Plus, I have already included you in some of the promotional materials put together for the opening, but that's all fine now because you are coming. Graham seems to no longer be paying attention to you, lost in his own reverie. All right. So I guess part 2 is let's attend his grand opening. Oh, it's right here. What does this actually look like, this big building? Huh, cool. All right, so we'll attend the grand opening of his museum, I guess. You arrive in time. The Graham requested to find that he's already begun his presentation. At least that means you won't have to sit through the whole thing. All right, here he is now. Come over, Arnis. Let's go ahead and get NPC. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to take a moment to address Arnis' contribution to the exhibit. So this is the urn that we got. Without Arnis' intervention, the main exhibit would be... Wait, what's happening? Someone said to come find him. Whoa, kill Arnis. All right, let's see if I remember. I think I do this, and then this. That gives us a... So yeah, that gives us a... it's like a combo. Alright, so we got some assassins coming after us. Oh, okay, I gotta remember. I think this is a boss. Oh, dude. What the heck? Alright, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to... I think I remembered that I did a different... I had a shortcut on my other character that I didn't put over here. Alright, who we got? Okay, here we go. So if I do this, and then this, and then this, that's a waste, but that would give us a combo. I gotta look into the combos again. Like, it's been a while since I've actually played this character, so I gotta remember what some of these are. I think if I start with this, and I start with this, and then finish with this, that'll give us one of the combos. Okay. So where are we at here? Oh, we don't need this. Alright, I guess some more guys coming our way. Let's see what this is. I think this gives this causes you guys to not. Okay. Thunder Leopard. Let's see. Let's get him with this. Mark my words, we shall meet again. My master will not rest until you exist among the ancestors. Can I like chase him? All right. Should I talk to him? I guess that's the end of the mission. All right, cool. Wait, what the heck? There he is. You know, I feel like I should be able to chase after him. Here he is. But okay. So let's head out of here. We'll talk to Graham. Let me do that shortcut again real fast. I totally forgot about that. And I kept on clicking the same button for it. So I had like a key mapping to, oh boy. Can I load from a default file? Maybe I saved? Maybe not. It was like a target. It's like target nearest. Okay, here it is. What I wanted to do was target nearest enemy. I had that as tab. 'Cause I wanted to get the closest guy. And then target next enemy, I had as just the one right above it. So, and if I want to go back and just do shift tab. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to do. Apply. Let's save this option to the file, honestly. Okay, sorry about that. So we get that all set up. Let's talk to this guy. Dude, what happened? Graham pulls his hair in frustration, making a soft whimpering noises. Those brutes completely ruined the opening ceremony. If every exhibit goes this way, the museum will shut down in a month. This is insane. Graham looks at you with pleading eyes. Please, you must do something. I'm a tax-paying citizen, you know. Are the heroes paid? Are we paid? I mean, we get influence, but are we paid by taxes? That'd be, what are the taxes? What are the city taxes in Paragon City with all these heroes? That's gonna be astronomical. Property taxes probably through the roof. All right, part 3, more important things. First order of business is to make sure that the urn is safe. I'm sure they're already at it again, and Graham, I don't think they were after the urn. Graham blinks at you confused. They weren't, but why would they? Of course, they're after you. I should have known better than to invite a hero to the opening ceremony of my exhibit. Well, I certainly hope you're planning on paying for the damages those hooligans caused in my museum. Why, the amount of work it would take to... Graham is still ranting, but he doesn't seem to be saying anything worth your attention. You're fairly certain that the Sioux are after you for some reason, and that is connected to the urn somehow. It might be a good idea to investigate the warehouse. They were originally storing this is the urn, the Xiong Nub, let's just say that. So, Shangnong So, to get an idea of who has put a contract on your head. All right, I'll let you rant. Yeah, this is my first time doing this one. This is one of those like side story arcs to the zone of Steel Canyon. It's not as fun as one of my personal favorites. It's right here. It's one of my personal favorites, the Laura Lockhart one, which is the collateral damage story arc. Which we just did not too long ago. So that one's a good one. I say not too long ago, but I'm a little bit behind on uploading videos, so it might be a while for this one to upload, but it's okay. All right, this place appears to have been abandoned, which is no real surprise. The Sioux are smart enough to know when a hideout has been compromised. All right, so we'll turn this off. I think if I remember correctly, I looked pretty good on health. I looked pretty good on endurance. I gotta remember, I think this is my cone. No, this is not a cone. This is not an AoE. But this is my AoE. I think this is my cone. Yeah. So I could do this. Gets a cone. I got to remember too I think my first and foremost one is like boom, boom, boom. That's the power. And then I gotta try to remember from there. So I think the next couple of levels or next couple of videos too will be just trying to remember what some of these combos were and then really what they do. So I gotta look into that a little bit more as well. So, but no biggie. Yeah, they're not gonna be in here. Let's go ahead and turn on sprint. I want to put sprint on here, honestly. And just have my travels and yeah. Cool. Alrighty. The white trash can. Let me look into the empty trash can real fast. The sewer cleared in a hurry when they cleared out the warehouse, but you haven't come across any information that might help you learn who has put a price on your head. You happen to come across a trash can, which appears to be left unemptied, but you don't know if it will hold anything useful, but it might be worth investigating. Empty the bin and examine its contents. Never told you that being a hero would be glamorous. You empty the contents of the trash can onto the floor, searching for anything that might contain useful information. A worn ledger catches your eye and you pick it up. Inside, it contains the details listings of the comings and goings of the warehouse. It lists the goods that were brought here for storage until a buyer was found and then shipped off to various secondary locations. You found the listing for the urn, I'll say, but it doesn't seem to have the listed buyer. Strangely, it doesn't seem to even be a part of the zoo's normal business prospects. It appears they never had any intention to sell the urn. I try to find the name of the owner of the warehouse. In the front of the letter is the list. It lists a Master Sun Jiang as both the owner of the warehouse and the manager of its affairs. According to the ledger, Sun Jiang has far more holdings than this single warehouse, including a mansion located on the outskirts of the Paragon City. It appears you have found a lead. Just as you pocket the ledger and prepare to leave, you hear the sounds of motion behind you. Uh-oh. Defend yourself. All right, where are they at? Wow, they're just right there. What is this? I gotta exit the warehouse now. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll use this as an opportunity. Oh, they're... Alright, we'll use this as an opportunity to... I guess most actually start with this. Nice, so that was good. These guys are doing some damage to me. Look at that. We'll see. Let's try to get this guy. Oh, missed. Ooh, these guys are doing some damage. I feel like I could just survive that one, but some good stuff to know on how I want to play this character. Oh, jeez. Oh, that sucks. Oh man, that totally came out of nowhere. Holy cannoli. Okay, I didn't know I was gonna get rushed like that. So I'm gonna do something kind of unheard of. I don't really like to do this, but I was just not expecting that. I can do this, pop these two, and then hope that. That was crazy. Did not expect that at all. I will have to get my... Alright, I thought he was going to come back, but doesn't look like he will. Yeah, there he is. So he is. Let's not do that again. Okay, I gotta take this guy out now without... That was good. Like at least a knockdown. Let's get some defense at least. Nice. Okay. Let's see if I can finally... I probably could use this. So let's remember that we have this. That'll have them stop targeting me. That was crazy. That was a mistake on my part, but we got a face plant there. First video with our dual blade. Like I said, yeah, I gotta get back into the swing of things on how I want to play this character. I think I just set my field here. Just because it's one of those. I don't know how my defense is resistance. Wow, okay. So we're back at it. I gotta remember what does what. So one of these was a knockdown there. I think it was this one. So Vengeful Slice does a knockdown. That's just damage. That's a cone. That gives me a 2-hit. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out how I want to like list these out. Okay, like boom, I want to get a knockdown, so let's get that in there. I want to hit a cone. I want to do my AoE. I want to increase my 2-hit. I'll put this there. Like these are my AoEs. All right, we'll figure it out. Whoa. All right, so let's do a cone here. Missed. AoE. Dude, these guys do energy damage too, which is like, what am I saying? Nice to make it. I'm pretty sure these guys do energy damage. I can probably click on them real quick. Can I not? I don't want salvage drop, but I guess I can't see. I think they do energy damage though with those punches, which is like one of my least resistant powers. I think if I do this, there we go. That's good. I can hit this. So I guess I can start with this, knock him down, and then it can lead me to something else. So that's not bad. Yeah, I just remember when I made this character originally, I just loved. Oh, this is gonna be good. I just love playing. I just love playing him. All right, let's. Oh my gosh! Look at all these free hits they can on me, and then it's all here. Nice, nice. So that will work out. Like that can work out like that, no problem. These guys are just gonna come after me, so let's just. And then I can just hit him with this immediately. Nice. Do this again. Do this again. Oh, missed. That. And hit them. Nice. Okay, there's some stuff we can do. I just gotta not die again. Hopefully no one pops up. So this does give me like an idea to like maybe I can put all these other powers up here because they should fit. No, that'd be ridiculous to have like 3 different rows of this combo, then this combo, then this combo. I don't know. Maybe I might look at some forums to see how people play their dual blades. Yeah, I think there'll be something to that actually. Whoa. This. This. This then, I guess. Dang. I should probably put a little bit more. Probably have to put a little bit more of my accuracies, maybe. Oh, dude, this guy, right? And then boom. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so some of that does some pretty good damage to them, and it shouldn't be too much of a worry. Cool. I wonder if I would have died and went to the hospital if that would have been a mission complete, but I didn't like how that. I didn't like how that ended just because I was trying to rest and that guy came out of nowhere. Cool. So we got an enhancement. We got to infiltrate the estate, board the mansion, or board the transit to get to that mansion. Where's the closest? Probably this one. I haven't been up here to the north. Huh. I think it's I think as you change computers, like I've played them a little bit on this laptop that I'm on. So I just probably haven't gone up there with him. All right. Yeah, I know. I was really liking the. Oh, is this a fire or was a fire? I was really enjoying the staff fighting scrapper for sure, but I definitely have a affinity to play this character with my just because I made him first, and this was like the first version, and I just like the dual blades. I like the power, the concept of it, and trying to get those combos are pretty cool. Probably should have got a dual, or not a dual blade, but some defense and some health. Now that I think about it, but whatever. We'll see how this one goes. This looks like the same mansion as Manticore. You can hear the raucous sound of shouting and cheering nearby. It's strange for building this refined. Now I'm gonna get some. I think there might be a shop right here at the transit. I'm not too sure though. Sometimes, usually, there might be someone randomly in the corners or out outside. Doesn't look like it right here. Doesn't look like it right here. This guy doesn't sell me anything. It's just a newsie. Can I go to like these stores and... I just wanted to get at least two healths, two purples. Just as I continue to like to get used to this character again. Probably because I'm a magic type, huh? Oh, it's worth a try. Where was our contact at? Not Agent Hassel. All right, sorry about this, guys. I just should have gone to him because he was like right there. Oops. Okay. I don't know where that bridge would have taken us to. What is that? The sewer network? Would it take us there? Jeez. What am I doing? All right, here we go. And there he is. Okay. Oh, oh my gosh, this is getting ridiculous. Jeez. My goodness. No one wants to sell me. I just go to the airbender. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, I can go to that magic, but I don't want to take too long just trying to buy something. What the heck are these? Oh, Devouring Earth. What the heck are they doing here? Man, level 34 in Steel Canyon? What? What on earth? Oh my gosh. Those guys are pretty cool, Devouring Earth, but I just do not know why they're here right now. Alright, this guy... Oh, I think you can fight some... Okay. Alright, guys, we're just going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to keep bouncing around to try to find someone to sell me some inspirations. Sorry about that. What the heck was this Devouring Earth doing there? I wonder. Oh, make it. Nice. Alright. We'll head back to the mansion. On the outskirts of town. And we'll eat some soup. Alright. I heard some cheering in the back, is what it said. So, I mean, it's probably the same map as the as the Manticore expansion. You go down here, go to the library, and there's a holy cannoli. All right, let's show them what these dual blades are about. It's gonna be great. Enough. Our guest has arrived. Arnis, I see that you are not satisfied with the dishonor you had visited upon me. If you wish to challenge me, you must first defeat my greatest student. Best them in combat, and you may prove worthy to face me. All right, let's do it. Thunder Leper, you have failed me once. Redeem yourself. Yeah, let's go. Come here. You're gonna use lightning against me? I'm the master of lightning. I ain't trained. Show them the results of your training. I should not dishonor you. Alright, what do you got? Let me tab on you. Start again with this. Boom. Cone. Vital strike. We're getting a lot of accuracies. I mean, I don't hate it. You brought shame upon yourself. Oh wow, a female Sue. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually. Flowing dragon, you cannot fail. Show them mercy. So I would say this combo right here is pretty good, like immediately. So if I do a biting strike, a blading strike, vengeful slice, sweeping strike as a knockdown, or excuse me, the other one. That's a cone that gets a biting strike, so that's pretty good actually. They were not. However, you're still 50 years too early to challenge me. All right, let's do this. You're ready for this, actually. Did I miss 2 times with an accuracy? Come on. That's little. Dude. I messed up. I should have done this. Kind of messing up. No, this cannot be. It's kind of messing up some of my combos there. All right, let's speak with Sun Xiang. I am beaten and shamed in front of my own students. Finish me, and the contract on your life will end. Sun looks up at you expectantly. What are you waiting for, fool? Do not draw out dishonor. Kill me. I don't kill Arnis, even with the staff. Even though I have swords, very dull swords. They just knock out people. I cannot stand warrior. I think from one warrior to another, right? I'm a master of a specific martial arts. The Sioux are a master of a specific martial arts. There is a undeniable, I guess, respect there, but I'm not gonna kill this guy. Sun glares at you, but struggles to his feet. He does not move for his weapon. He stares at you for one long moment, and unsure whether to be grateful or disgusted. Eventually, he bows you slightly. Oh, I missed what did that say? Dang, I missed what that said. Congratulations, you earned the Dignified Combatant Badge. You received the Summoned Sioux Sorcerer? What is that? Oh! Got an extra power there. Is that what that said? 5 uses left. Info. When confronting, you trust to spare him. I gather his respect. I've earned the right to call upon the Sioux Sorcerer to assist you in battle. Oh! Cool. Alright. Don't let me catch you again outside, though, Sun Xiang. Cool. So that was an interesting little story. I don't think that was the end of the arc, though. So I guess I gotta speak with Graham still, because I didn't get any reward merit. I don't know if I get reward merit for this one. I'm pretty sure I do. This is one of the story arcs I have listed. And I think every story arc that I have listed provides some sort of reward merit. I don't know what I was doing there. Alright, well, now we'll... Come on, make it. There we go. Aw, dang. Thought I could. Hello. Graham yelps as you approach. Even after recognizing you, he still appears to be wary. Arnis, what do you want? Look, I appreciate what you've done for me, but Graham looks around nervously, but I really can't afford another Sioux attack on my property. I'm sure you understand. All right, let's see what I want to. Let's see what I want to tell him. So I'm not a complete jerk, but I can't really read what this one says. Excuse me, they only attacked you because of your exhibit. Nope. Graham, did you know that Shang, the urn, is tied to the Sioux ancestral line? So, of course, just wanted to inform you that Sioux won't be bothering you anymore. Arnis, you're such a good guy. Oh, that's the end. Grant smiles weakly and begins writhing his hands. Oh, that's good news, I suppose. Yes, it is. Well, thank you, Arnis, for all the trouble you've gone through. Now, if you wouldn't mind leaving. All right, Graham, nothing would make me happier. Have a good one. That was... All right, well, 4 reward merit. Got another single origin enhancement there. Hey, stay away from Arnis. He's bad luck. I heard that if you talk to him, he will attack you. Hey, come on now. I gotta remove the NPC from the global here. Because I don't want the cutscene captions there. Because I have that in NPC dialogue. No. I don't mind local. Okay, everything else, I guess. Oh, no rewards either. Because I got the rewards up there. Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. So now we're at a point here with this character, and where I want to continue with him. And we're at that 20 to 24, so we can go to Independence Port to hit up some of the folks there, which is what we'll probably do. I don't have the Mercedes Sheldon on this character list, unfortunately, so I might just miss out on that. We'll see. I don't have anyone either from there right now. I guess I was doing something for this guy, but maybe we'll come back to that. All right, let's go to Independence Port. Can I get there from here? Yes, I can. Try to find some context there, and start some of the other story arcs with them. And the story arcs with the Midnighter Club might be pretty cool as well. So we'll see. Oh, it's 20. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I got a couple. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, goodness. I have a lot. I will not be able to finish all these. Yeah, we're not going to be able to finish all these. What was I thinking? Okay. Yeah, I have this, like I said, from a couple videos ago now, a list of all the story arcs, and my original plan, do all the story arcs. Realized that was impossible. I split all the story arcs into 2 for 2 different characters, and even with that, I still think that is too large of a task. So yeah, this is... So I think what we'll do is maybe do a couple, see which ones I can't do here, and then go back to... Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see who can give us here. We'll just write down what we can do, what we can't do. Find context. Who do we have in Independence Port? What I'm looking for is... I just talked to him. Laura Lockhart. I definitely did her. I don't think she's alive anymore. I think I did that with this character as well. I mean, if you go to... so there's souvenirs. Right, I have the United Service Medal from her. Huh. Hand of Iron. Okay, go to First Ward. But we're not going to go to First Ward until for a while. Yeah. I don't plan on going to First Ward with this character, at least right now. Vickers. Vickers in the First Ward. Nadia's in the First Ward. Wasn't planning on going to her either. Miss Eva, right? She gives us most of the people. Doorman. Road Warrior. He gets a pretty cool story arc. I remember him. Fielding and Keith Nance. Where should I go to? I think I messed that one up. Next. Stephanie Peeble, Street Island. We talked to him already. Pretty sure. Dang. I don't have the locations for these guys. There's someone here in Independence Port I wanted to talk to specifically. But I don't know where they are. So let's do this. Let's do... I don't want notoriety contact. I want... contact other, maybe? Let's see. Detective Davids. No. There's so many people here too in Independence Port. I'm just surprised that they didn't give me any of them with this, with the find contacts. I find that interesting. Not one from Independence Port. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll stop for this video. We are with our now dual blade electric armor brutes, Arnis. What I like about the brutes too is that you have this like rage build up here, or fury, that as you get higher and higher, I think you do more damage. I always like doing that, and I think like it kind of just meets with his character in terms of trying to avenge his family. The rage builds up as he fights, and like as he continues his hero's journey, right? He loses people like Laura, for example, or other folks. So, yeah, wait, is this someone actually? Oh no, it's not. Who's this? All right, whatever. But yep, until next time. I am Quantum Striker, and this is City of Heroes with our dual blade electric armor brute Arnis. Until next time, have a good one.